record. Alright guys, we've had to start this over. I didn't put enough alcohol in it. I only had, I said, maybe a quarter of the way up in it. I filled it up this time. I've got back to a cup of water in here, waiting on it to start up. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cup on it, and we'll see what that does. Alright fellas, went in and got my watch. It's been burning for a few seconds, but it's just actually started to bloom. So I've got my clock going on it. That way if I do have to cut it off the batteries or anything like that, I have something to go by. So I'm going to let that go. I'm going to set this down over here beside it. We'll set it over here beside it far enough away that I don't have to worry about my phone getting toasted. So back this up a little bit. Alright fellas, and I'll be right back with you. Hey guys, it's been 1:54. We're getting some good bubbles in the bottom of the pan there. Like I said, I don't have a lid on this. Of course, if you put a lid on it, it holds the heat in a little bit better and get it going faster. But I very seldom use a lid. The flames are coming up. You know, this cup's a little bit small. If you had a bigger pot, you know, something with a little bit wider bottom, the stove would be a lot more efficient, because then the heat wouldn't be coming up the side of it at all. But even with it coming up the side, if I have to, I can grab these handles. They are a little bit warm up here at the front, but I can still grab them if I have to. And she's starting to make some noises, so I'll be right with you here in just a few minutes when she starts boiling. Hey guys, got some bubbling starting to form there. You can see that it's been 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Stove's still going good and strong, starting to get some boiling going on. It ain't no rolling boil yet, but if this is water that you brought in from the, you know, brought it out to the field with you from a clean water source, that's hot enough to make your coffee, make your Mountain House meal or whatever freeze-dried meal you happen to like, cocoa, stuff like that. If you were trying to purify it, you'd want this to go just a little bit longer, you know, get the full rolling boil. But it's pretty good. I mean, the cup will sway a little bit on you, but when you've got water and stuff in it, something to weight it down, it's real stable on there. You can see we're starting to come up to a rolling boil now. So the box said about 6 minutes to a rolling boil, and that's about where we're coming up to, right at 6 minutes. It said it burned about 20 minutes on 1 ounce of alcohol. So I'd have to say, considering that it's about dead on the 6 minute mark for a full hard rolling boil, then I'd have to say it probably run for 20 minutes. I'm not going to do a 20-minute burn test on it and bore you with that, just to watch alcohol burn up. But that to me, the water's at 212 degrees because it is boiling. The wind's affecting the way it's boiling. The bubbles are coming more from this edge and this edge. But I wouldn't have a problem drinking that if I was out in the woods. It's been at that stage long enough that any bacteria that was in there would be killed by now. So we're going to take that off. Get a little windscreen here. Blow that out. And I'm going to flip this with my multipliers just so I don't burn myself, because that thing is rocket hot right now. Yeah, we'll let that cool off a little bit. The other thing I wanted to show you is you can use trioxane. Now you can use wet fire and that kind of stuff in there, but I would recommend using the trioxane bricks because they don't give off the soot that a wet fire does. You can see it fits right down in there. And that's the other thing that's good about this as compared to, you know, having a penny stove or anything like that with you, is you've got alternate fuel sources you can use. There we go. So you can put that on and still set your cup right on top of it, just like if you were using your alcohol. It fits in there perfect. This stuff cools down fast. There was probably about half a can of alcohol left in there. But you could also, if you were using gelled fuel like your sterno, if you had a small, one of the micro cans of sterno, you could pop this lid off, put your sterno in here, and use that as a sterno dish to cook with. You can see it got that going up pretty quick. The cool thing is the flames are coming out of the side because the wind's blowing. We put this little windscreen back around it here. They'll come right back up through the bottom like it like the alcohol did. So I mean, it's a multi-purpose little stove. You can burn alcohol, fuel tabs, wet tinder, the little Coleman cubes that we all been buying now because we're not paying $3 a piece for wet fire. Of course, the trioxane, Esbit tabs, anything like that you can use in this stove. And you know, you got multiple ways of doing what you want to do out in the woods. I'm going to dump this out on this piece of foil because I don't want to burn the house down. And she's out. And I'll let that little residue in there burn so I can clean that out. So that's it for now, fellas. I wanted to show you that. I'll try to edit this video down so that it is playable on YouTube. Hopefully one day I can get that 10-minute time barrier broke, but that's it. The little Vargo stove. She's still pretty hot. I said it weighs next to nothing. Fits inside of your Condor 10x4 pouch with your GSI cup and your Guide Design bottle, so you got an all-in-one ready-to-go cook system. Appreciate everybody watching. Cable Guy Ken here. Be looking for you in the next one.